dulu yang Google Classroom tu. Okay, next. Okay, cikgu akan share video. Okay, semua dapat tengok video ni. Okay, today we are going to learn about group 17. Okay, group 17 we call as, kalau kita tengok dekat sini, sekejap ya. Okay, group 17 kalau semua dapat tengok kat sini, kita call group 17 as halogens. Okay, nama dia halogens. Jadi kalau for the ion of group 17 we call as halides, H-A-L-I-D-E-S. Dalam bahasa Melayu kita panggil sebagai halida. Okay, for example kalau group 17 the atom we call as fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Bukan iodine. Okay, and then for halides dia punya halida, the ion bila it accept one electron. Okay, because group 17 ni is in because the element in group 17 will have 7 valence electrons. Therefore, it can only accept one extra electron to have a stable electron arrangement. Okay, untuk bila dia dah accept one extra electron, we call the ion as halides. Okay, kita tak panggil sebagai halogen, we call as halides. For fluoride, we call as fluoride ataupun fluorida, chlorine, chlorida, bromine, bromida, and then iodine, iodida ataupun iodide, bromide and chloride and fluoride. Okay, nama macam sedap. Okay, kita boleh namakan nama binatang, nama kucing. Nama kucing, cikgu tak ada kucing lah. Kita namakan kucing iodida, chlorida. Alright, okay, next. Kita akan tengok video. Alright. Okay, this is the video. Okay, notice the color of the halides. The halogens. Okay, boleh buka yang group 17 tadi tu, boleh terus tulis. Okay, yang tadi tu cikgu bagi template in Google Classroom yang dekat sini. Okay, group 17 ni. Okay, yang sini. Okay, boleh terus tulis warna dia dulu. Alright. Kalau kita tengok dekat sini, belah kiri tu sekali ni adalah fluorine. Okay, fluorine. Fluorine, the color is colorless. Okay, bukan white. White tu warna putih. Okay, white tu macam warna gigi putih. Kalau betul-betul putih lah white. Okay, this is colorless, tidak berwarna ataupun transparent. Okay, but kita tulis colorless. Okay, and then after the next one adalah the sebelah kanan dia adalah chlorine. Chlorine is in yellowish ataupun greenish gas warna dia. Okay, yellowish and greenish. Then after that kita ada bromine, the color adalah brown reddish. Okay, warna dia seakan merah perang-perangan. And then after that kita ada iodine, color dia adalah purple. Okay, next. But the state of matter dia different. Okay, yang ni dia dah ubah lah state of matter, physical state at room temperature will be different. For example, fluorine and chlorine akan dalam keadaan gas. Okay, will be in the gas. Bromine ada keadaan liquid at room temperature 20 degrees. And iodine akan jadi keadaan solid. And then after iodine we have astatine. Astatine ni dark silvery crystal. Okay, dia bentuk solid crystals. Okay, next kita watch this video.
Here are the 4 halogen elements: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Fluorine on the left is almost colorless. Next comes chlorine, which is greenish yellow. Fluorine and chlorine are both gases at room temperature, but bromine is a liquid and iodine is a solid. Even so, they're both quite volatile.
Okay, volatile, it means mudah meroap. Therefore, kalau kita guna, okay, you want to conduct experiment of for this group 17 kan, who can tell me apa yang kita perlukan lagi? Apa precaution yang kita perlukan untuk handle group 17? Siapa boleh bagi tahu? Okay, remember tak dalam chapter 1 precaution, apa lagi, hazards, yes, put in gas chamber. Bukan put in gas chamber, we must conduct the experiment in the gas chamber because it is quite volatile. I mean, kalau kita biarkan, if we let it, for example liquid bromine, katalah kita buat the experiment in our lab table yang biasa tu kan, okay, the liquid bromine will evaporate to our surrounding. So siapa yang terkena bromine tu akan tukar jadi warna brown reddish ni. For example, kita punya pensel ke tangan pun akan tukar brown reddish. Therefore, we must handle this element in gas chamber. Okay, in gas chamber ada exhaust, so it will elakkan lah daripada ni meruap kena kat tangan kita. Alright. Okay, correct for Lee Yuan and Alan. Congratulations, given must use lah, okay, gas chamber. But kalau for iodine ni pun sama juga, even though it's solid, but it's easy to it is volatile element, we must use it in gas chamber.
You can see the coloured vapours, orange-red above the liquid bromine
This
and
is
purple
orange
above the
purple.
solid iodine. Whether solid, liquid or gas, the halogen elements consist of diatomic molecules.
Okay, diatomic molecules. It means that C2Cl2. Okay, for group metal, okay, mostly from group 1 until group 13, okay, including the yang dekat transition group tu, they can exist as themselves. For example, Na, okay, when we write their chemical equations or chemical formula, we can just write Na. But for gas, okay, for gas non-metal, for gas basically group 17 ataupun gas in oxygen, this diatomic O2. However, for group 18, because they are stable, they can exist as themselves as monoatomic gases, monoatomic molecules for He, Ar, okay. Why they have why group 17 exists in diatomic? Okay, since they have 7 valence electron, for example chlorine, they have 7 valence electron, it cannot exist as themselves because tak cukup electron. Therefore, they must share their electrons with their chlorine friends. Okay, kena ada kawan chlorine satu lagi. So they will get satu 7, okay, 7, and then they can share their valence electron, another one tu. So both of them will have, walaupun both of them will have say 14 valence electron, however they stable lah. Okay, kita akan pergi ni later in chapter 5 in covalent bonding. It is not ionic bonding. Ionic bonding just transfer of electrons, but for covalent bonding, the sharing of electrons. Okay.
F2, Cl2, Br2 and I2. Fluorine reacts often ferociously with almost everything else. A stream of fluorine
Okay, observe the reaction between fluorine, okay, and then down the group. Okay, kita tengok tadi fluorine, and then kita tengok chlorine, iodine, okay, and bromine semua tu.
instantly sets iron wool on fire.
Okay, observe the rate of reaction.
And it does the same thing to charcoal.
Almost
Now let's
instantaneously.
see the reaction with hydrogen.
Sekelip mata saja dia terus react.
There's hydrogen in the balloon. A
For
jet
fluorine
of fluorine gas pierces the balloon and explodes with the hydrogen inside. Let's see it again in slow motion. Now you can see the fireball more clearly. Now the reaction between hydrogen and chlorine.
Okay, this is hydrogen.
I light the
chlorine.
hydrogen at the jet and lower it into a jar of chlorine.
Okay, observe the
The
reaction.
hydrogen carries on burning, but with a pale blue flame. When the halogens react with hydrogen, the hydrogen halides are produced. HF, HCl, HBr, and HI. In each compound, the halogen has a valency of 1. All 4 compounds are gases. They're also very soluble in water. Here's water swallowing a jar of hydrogen
Okay, this
chloride.
for hydrogen halides lah. Okay,
Now
kita
let's
tak,
see how the
dia
halogens
tak
react with
fokuskan ni.
aluminium.
Okay, kita fokuskan ni for reaction of halogens with metal. In this example, they use fluorine dengan aluminium.
When aluminium powder meets fluorine gas, the reaction's over in a
Right.
flash.
Terus je. Kita try balik, tengok.
When aluminium powder meets fluorine gas, the reaction
Sekelip
is over
mata
in
saja,
a flash.
instantaneously you react.
To get chlorine to react with aluminium,
But
I'll heat
here for chlorine,
some foil in a stream of the gas. The white fumes are aluminium trichloride. With bromine, I just drop aluminium foil into the liquid. There's a short delay, but normal service is soon resumed.
Slightly slower than chlorine.
Once the reaction gets going, it quickly takes on the appearance of the pit of hell. As with the chlorine reaction, there's white smoke. That's aluminium tribromide. The reaction with iodine is just as spectacular. A little warming helps to get things moving.
Calcium to iodine, we must have kena ada heat, kena ada extra energy.
But once the reaction's off, it needs no further assistance. The products of all four of these reactions are white solids, and they're all trihalides. Al3, AlCl3, AlBr3, and AlI3. Now, aluminium is a trivalent element. So in these compounds,
Alright, okay. Okay, next. Okay, go to your yang ni. Okay, fill in dulu. The color, okay, the color, the physical state. Okay, and then the reactivity. Down the group, increases or decreases the reactivity? Okay, siapa boleh bagi tahu? Is decreases atau increases the reactivity? The density will increase because the number of electron and the number of proton, number of electron shell pun increase. Therefore, the density increase because the size become bigger. Same as atomic radius, atomic size. Okay, but for melting point and boiling point, it is okay, melting point tu kena tengok nanti, okay? But for reactivity, cikgu tanya for reactivity tadi, the reactivity decreases because sebab apa? Okay, when we go down the group, okay, apa akan jadi adalah, sorry jap, cikgu. Okay, for reactivity, it will decreases down the group. Why? When we go in down the group, the molecular size increase. Maksudnya the atomic size to increase. Okay. Therefore, the valence shell from the nucleus become further away. Dia semakin jauh. Okay, dia semakin jauh. Okay, dia semakin jauh. And then what happen kalau dia semakin jauh? The valence electrons semakin jauh to the nucleus. Okay, the nuclear attraction force between the nucleus and the electron semakin berkurang, become weaker. Therefore, it is lagi susah nak attract more electrons. Okay, for down the group it is opposite, berlawanan dengan group 1. Okay, for group 1, down the group pun molecular size increase. Okay, valence shell pun semakin jauh. But for group 1, we need to donate electron. Okay, kita donate electron. Therefore, it is easier for group 1 to donate electron because the attraction force between nucleus and the valence electron decreases. Therefore, lagi senang dia nak donate. Tapi dekat group 17, okay, it needs to attract electron. Okay, it needs to attract electron. Dia bukan nak donate electron. Therefore, semakin jauh from the nucleus and the valence shell, the attraction force to become weaker. Therefore, it is it's weaker to attract more electrons. Okay, boleh di sini sekarang. Alright, okay. Okay, kita akan pergi ke sini. Okay, kalau kita tahu tadi, this is the color, pale yellow, semua ni I already put in the GC, you can refer it later. Okay, pale yellow, greenish, reddish brown, dark purple. Okay, halogens ni, kalau kita tahu halogens as themselves is quite toxic. Okay, acetylene, yes, kan acetylene. They are the same. Okay, they are in the group 17 lah. Half-life 1. No, it's quite stable. Okay, it's very stable. Acetylene to compare to fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Okay, halogen ni as themselves, as Cl2, Br2, okay, is very toxic. Okay. However, their halides, kalau kita combinekan this one, okay, kalau kita combinekan dengan sodium or potassium with metal, we can get a salt. Salt tu bukan garam NaCl. Basically, when metal react with non-metal lah, we can get ionic bonding and we get salt. Okay, salt ni, for example, untuk fluorine, we can use, is very useful, okay, for apa, in our toothpaste, okay, Florida. If tak ada Florida in our toothpaste or in our water, our water yang dah treated, gigi kita akan decay, akan senang reput. Okay, dan chlorine dalam bleach, okay, chloride sekali in NaCl sebagai garam, okay, and NaCl pun we can use as a preserving agents, okay. Kalau buat ikan masin kita letak garam. Okay, remember, cikgu ada satu question. Kenapa ikan dalam laut walaupun garam air laut tu masin tapi ikan tak masin? Kita kena buat ikan masin baru boleh jadi masin. Okay, nanti boleh cari tu. Alright, okay. For bromine, okay, silver bromide, kalau siapa yang pernah nampak gambar untuk apa, guna filem tu, okay, bukan pakai, sekarang semua digital, okay, semua digital, guna handset. Before this, people use film camera. Okay, and then iodine. Okay, iodine is very useful in our life. Okay, mostly kalau siapa terjatuh luka, we can use as antiseptic. Satu lagi, kalau tengok balik dekat rumah, okay, dalam garam masakan NaCl, mostly dia akan nama dia adalah iodinized table salt. Okay, sebab apa? Kalau kita manusia, when human has iodine deficiency, kekurangan iodine, dia akan mendapat penyakit lah, basically akan jadi, cikgu tak pasti sama ada beguk ke ataupun dia dapat thyroid something macam tu. Basically dia punya kelenjar tu akan membengkak, okay, for iodine. That's why in our law, okay, regulation KKM dah cakap, Kementerian Kesihatan cakap, untuk jual garam di pasaran kena ada iodinized salt. Okay, basically how they do it, okay, iodine salt tu basically from, dia keringkan salt air laut, okay, air laut, sea water, and then sea water, air laut, okay, and then apa jadi, after that dia spraykan iodine je, okay, spraykan iodine on that salt, and then we get iodinized table salt. Okay, this is the physical properties of halogens. Halogen is non-metal, okay, is bukan metal. The properties of metal is mostly main properties. They are good electric and heat conductor. They can conduct electricity and can conduct heat very, very good. Okay, and then they are, for metal, they are ductile. Ductile ni we can stretch it to become wire. Okay, we can stretch panjang-panjang jadi wire. And then malleable. Malleable ni kita boleh ketuk-ketuk, we can hit it dengan ni, boleh buat pisau, okay, jadi nipis, we can create knife ataupun buat gold sheet, okay. That is the properties of metal. But for halogens, they do not possess these qualities, okay. They cannot conduct electricity, they cannot conduct heat, they cannot stretch out to become wire, okay. And then, okay, these physical properties down the group, atomic size increases, okay, melting point and boiling point increases because of the size of the atom pun increases. Okay, for fluorine, okay, if you remember back last week, probably dalam kelas dengan ICUPS tu, electronegative and electropositive. Electronegative means the ability to the value basically, the value for the electron, for an atom to attract electron. The higher the value of electronegativity, it is easier for the fluorine, for the atom to attract electron. Therefore, fluorine paling electronegativity, the value is 4.0. Okay, we call the electronegativity, they have a scale, satu skala. The name is Pauling scale. Okay, electropositive, whether it's more easier, electropositive, it is easier to donate electron. Okay, next kita akan pergi ke okay, next video. Okay,
Welcome.
this is
In this
halogen
demonstration, we're going to look
reactivity.
at the reactivity of a few of the different halogens, notably.
Okay, when going down the group tu, kalau predict group 17 elements, they can substitute, they can displace each other. Kita tengok dulu video ni.
Chlorine, bromine, and iodine. We're taking the elemental form of these elements, so I2, Br2, and Cl2.
Okay, ada
Each of these
iodine,
elements
dia dah
are
cairkan,
dissolved
dilute
in
with
a
water,
little
little
bit
bit
of
of water.
to make all of these solutions aqueous solutions. We are going to test the reactivity of all of these elements by reacting them with the ionic form of the other corresponding elements. For example, we're going to react chlorine or Cl2 with sodium bromide and sodium iodide. We're going to react bromine with the corresponding chloride and iodide, and then iodine with the corresponding chlorine and bromide to see which one is the most reactive. As a general rule of thumb, we're going to find that the one that wants to become the ion in the reaction is going to be the more reactive species. So here we added a little bit of cyclohexane to the top of each halogen, dissolved in the corresponding
Alright, next.
element
Okay,
of
dia
the
dah
atomic
goncang. Okay.
not occur.
Okay, the first test tube ni, okay, dia ni akan ubah NaBr and NaI. Okay, sodium bromide and sodium iodide. So basically the fundamental behind this, chlorine ni, okay, can replace Br and can replace I, because chlorine ni more electronegative than Br and I. Maksud dia lagi tinggi kedudukan than Br and iodide in periodic table. Therefore, produk yang kita akan dapat adalah kita akan dapat bromide and sodium chloride, and iodine, bukan bromide, bromine and sodium chloride, and iodine and sodium chloride juga. Okay, kita akan tengok dulu.
Now that each solution is mixed up, we're going to start by adding sodium bromide and sodium iodide to the flask that contains the chlorine.
Okay, the
You can
color
notice that you
changes,
see
maksud
a
the reaction
color
happen.
change right away. We're going to
Okay,
add these.
This one kita boleh ambil sodium chloride yang tadi ni, sodium chloride and sodium iodide. Tapi kalau kita tengok chlorine di atas bromine in periodic table. Therefore, yang ni tak akan happen. Bromine and NaCl tak akan happen, but bromine and NaI will happen.
Sodium iodide to the bromine solution.
Reaction will happen
First,
for
it looks like
bromine
nothing
and
happens
NaI.
when we add the sodium chloride to the bromide, and we see some color change adding the sodium iodide to the bromine.
Okay, then iodine
So now
and
we add some
NaCl.
sodium chloride and sodium bromide to both of the iodine flask, and at first glance we don't see any color change. Okay, so now we're going to mix up the tubes to get everything.
Okay, this is we call as displacement reaction. Displacement bermaksud dia akan displace. For example tadi dekat this dengan chlorine and NaBr ni, this chlorine will displace Br in NaBr ni. Therefore, we can get chlorine ni akan substitute Br ni. Chlorine akan pergi ke Br and Br ni will akan free lah. Dia akan free. Jadi kita akan dapat bromine and NaCl. Okay, so apa yang boleh buat adalah untuk this type of reaction, the element yang kita nak guna ni must be above lah from dalam salt yang atas ni. Kita kata akan ada yang tak
So we
jadi.
can now see an orange layer on top of the first chlorine tube, which indicates that we have.
Okay, bromine and NaCl no reaction. Why?
Second tube we can see.
Because bromine is below chlorine, but bromine and NaI reaction will happen because bromine is above
the purple
iodine.
color, which tells us we have iodine forming in the second chlorine tube. In the third tube, we just still see bromine on top, so there's
Okay, ini no reactions because iodine and NaCl. NaCl tu atas lagi. Is further paling atas daripada, bukan paling atas lah, which is above iodine. Therefore, iodine ni cannot replace Cl. But Cl, kalau we have Cl and iodine dekat sini, chlorine can replace Cl.
that third tube.
Sorry, chlorine can
In the
replace
fourth
iodine.
tube, we can see iodine starting to form, but we're going to have to mix that one up a little bit more.
Okay,
And
iodine and
last
NaBr
two
no reaction.
tubes, we see iodine still there.
Okay, tapi kalau kita nak, if we want to make iodine ni can displace something, okay, we must use apa dia? Siapa boleh beritahu? Wait, mana dia? Okay, for example, okay, I want nak cikgu nak iodine ni react. So we must replace NaBr ni dengan apa? Siapa dapat tengok periodic table? We replace it below iodine, which is astatine lah. Kita akan guna NaAT ataupun AS. Cikgu tak I'm not remember dia punya, I don't remember dia punya symbol. So iodine, if you react with Na astatine, sodium acetate, kita akan dapat, so astatine tu sendiri akan jadi free, and then kita akan dapat NaI. Okay, this basically nak tunjuk reactivity lah, okay, of group 17. Okay, next the reaction of halogen with alkali. Kita dengan sodium hydroxide, okay.
This is the reaction between iodine solution and 1 molar sodium hydroxide solution. Sodium hydroxide is added slowly to the iodine, and we're using a vortex mixer for stirring.
Okay, this is iodine. Ataupun dia dah campur, saya tak rasa. Okay, dia dah campur bersih. Dia already put Na, kan jadi colourless. So kalau if we replace iodine dengan chlorine ataupun fluorine, okay, what will happen? Siapa boleh bagi tahu? Siapa boleh bagi tahu the rate of reaction if we replace iodine with fluorine ataupun chlorine? Adakah reaction tersebut akan jadi lagi cepat, okay, ataupun jadi lagi lambat? The reaction will become higher, yes, become faster, because the reactivity yang tadi tu saya cakap, the reactivity of group 17 decreases going down the group. Okay, kita pergi ni balik. Oops. Okay, this is the chemical properties of halogen. Okay. Okay, sekejap. Okay, you can refer dekat dalam Google GC, cikgu ada post materials. Okay, why they have the same chemical properties? Because they have the same valence electron, which is 7. Okay, so chemical properties ni basically depends on the number of electrons. Kalau they have this the number of valence electron. So if the atoms have the same number of valence electron, so they will have the same chemical properties. Okay. Okay, negative ion of halogen is called halide. Okay, kita replace Ine with IDE. Cikgu dah cakap tadi. Alright, this is the reaction of halogens dengan acidic, halogen reacts with water. Okay, halogen reacts with water to produce two acids. Okay, apakah acid tersebut? Kita akan tengok dekat sini. Kita akan dapat strong acid and weak acid. Okay, strong bukan bermaksud dia kuat, dia boleh pukul orang, ataupun weak acid ni dia lemah. Strong ni means that the acid can desaturate, boleh terurai lah, okay, 100% jadi hydrogen, something macam tu. Kita akan learn in group acid and bases reaction. Okay, this arrow sebelum ni, you only learn about arrow yang satu arah saja, to the right. Okay, this arrow, it means this reaction are reversible, can be reversed. But it needs some other things lah, kena ada untuk reverse tu, some condition to make it reversible. But it can be reversed. Okay, for chlorine, the product we produce strong acid. Okay, strong acid and weak acid. Okay, basically we have chlorine plus water, strong acid, which is HCl, which is strong acid. Okay, and then weak acid, mostly ada oxygen. kita panggil sebagai hypochlorous acid. Okay, nanti for this just copy this, okay, copy this dekat sini, just substitute Cl dengan Br and iodine. Okay, and then write the observation. Basically chlorine gas dissolve quickly, very quickly. Compared to bromine and iodine, dia akan semakin slow. Alright, but kalau kita tengok dekat sini, because they have a strong acid, okay, and we know acid, okay, acid, the solution will change apa, blue litmus paper. Okay, they will change blue litmus paper to red sebab dia acid. Before it is white. Sebelum dia jadi kita biar lama sikit dia jadi white, jadi putih because dia dah bleach. Okay. However, for iodine and astatine dekat bawah tu, the litmus paper will turn from blue to red juga, but dia tak tukar warna putih, cannot change to white sebab it's not very strong oxidizing agent. Okay, dalam ni chlorine, HCl, HOCl ni basically strong, HCl, HBr, they are strong oxidizing agent. That's why they change the litmus paper into white. Sebab tu kalau kita guna chlorine, yang chlorine kalau tengok dekat bleach kan, bukan bleach anemia tu, bleach cuci jamban tu, okay, ada chlorine basically. Untuk remove, untuk tukar bleach dalam bahasa Melayu kita panggil apa? Peluntur. Okay, peluntur. Okay, next. Reaction of halogen with metal. Okay, tadi kita dah tengok reaction of halogen dengan aluminium. But for this, reaction of halogen dengan metal kita guna ferrum ataupun iron. Okay, cikgu dah tulis dekat sini. Just copy juga and then the observation basically akan berubah juga. Okay, this basically brown solid. Brown solid ni because dia ada ferrum ni. But tadi dengan aluminium, we got a white solid. Okay, okay, HCl is not a liquid. Okay, it is aqueous solution because dia ada it's not one element yang jadi liquid. Okay, kalau for example liquid H2O dia cuma ada liquid saja, ada water saja. Therefore we can call it as liquid. But HCl is aqueous solution, slightly akan ada water dalam tu. Therefore we call HCl semua tu as aqueous solution. Okay, next number 3, reaction with halogen with alkaline solution. Okay, alkaline solution yang guna spinner tadi tu. Okay, tadi tu air tu, okay, ni put nanti dia punya state of matter dia, gas ke physical state. Okay, iodine react with sodium hydroxide for the alkaline akan produce metal halide. Metal halide tu NaI. Halide ni HALAT ada oksigen plus water. Alright, for your homework nanti dekat bawah ni cikgu dah siapkan template. Okay, objective question ni dekat sini. Okay, the objective question dekat sini, objective question, just write the answer. Okay, and then this is the question lah for that. Okay, next kita akan masuk a little bit on physical properties of of period 3. Okay, of period 3. Alright. Before this, we learn group. Okay, group ke bawah lah kan. Group from group 1, group 17, group 18, dia ke bawah. Okay, next kita akan we go and learn about period. Period ni from left to the right. Okay, if you buka balik dekat tadi tu activities for 12 and 13 Julai, ada period 3 physical properties. Okay, same juga ada template. Okay, you just need to write down ni je dulu. Okay, kita akan tengok. So, okay, cikgu bagi questions. Okay, we know that in period 3 they will have 3 electron shell. Okay, dia sama je 3 electron shell. And then the number of proton number increase. The number of electron pun increase from left to the right. So what will happen to the size of the elements in period 3 from left to right? Akan increase ke the size ataupun will be decrease the size? Ada siapa nak try? we remember the valence shells, the shell, electron shell sama, kita ada 3, are the same. We have 3 shells, but the number of protons and the number of electrons, neutrons pun increase from left to right. So what happened to the atomic size of the element in period 3? Okay, increase. Why, Alan? Why do you think the atomic radius or atomic size will increase? Because number of electron increases. Okay. Okay, for group, it is true. Down the group, the number of electron increases, and with the number of shell increases, the atomic size will be increases. However, for period from left to right, even though the proton number, the electron number, and the nuclear number increases, but the shell remain the same. Okay, the atomic size decreases, but it's not really besar lah, it's not really significant sangat lah, but it still decreases. Why? Kenapa? Because when the proton number increases, okay, and the neutron number increases, the electron number pun increases. Okay, therefore the attraction between proton, the nucleus that we have proton and neutron, and the electron in the shell also will be increases. The attraction will be increases. Jadi the electron will be pulled more towards the nucleus, okay, compared to yang from the left and the right. For example, kalau siapa pernah main tarik tali, okay, imagine we have we have 2 teams, okay, we have 5 people on each side. Okay, kalau kita ada 5 orang, okay, basically the movement of the tali will be increased compared to if we have 20%, okay, in each team, okay. Kalau kita ada 20 tu, basically the movement will be slightly movement tu akan slightly move lah, the tali tu. But kalau we have less people, the movement akan more movement lah. Therefore, kalau kita tengok dekat atomic radius ni, the proton number increase, okay, the nuclear charge increase. Therefore, the attraction between the nucleus and the shell also will be increases. And then dia semakin mengucup lah basically, okay, the pull of the electron toward the nucleus. Therefore, kalau nak tulis dekat sini nanti, okay, in this template, just write decreases, the number of protons in the nucleus increases, but the number of the shells filled with electrons remain the same. The attraction force between the nucleus and the valence electrons become higher, become increase lah, become stronger. Therefore, this semakin pull towards the nucleus. Okay, and then if you can see across period 3, okay, we have different metal properties. Metal properties mean just sama ada metal, non-metal or semi-metal ataupun metalloids. You just can write je lah kat sini ya, based on their properties. Okay, okay, this is change in physical properties of elements across period 3. Okay, kalau siapa dapat tengok dekat sini, this is across period 3. The size, okay, the atomic size decreases from left to the right. Sebab the attraction between the nucleus and the electron increases. Lagi tarik ke dalam, okay, towards the nucleus. Nanti you can just salin ni dah balik isi je. Okay, next. Okay, next kita akan play quizzes. Okay, ready? Semua nak main quizzes tak? About group 17. Okay, cikgu share link sekejap dekat chat. Kenapa? Allahu. Don't worry. Cikgu tak, ni bukan assessment, okay? Just you can assess your your ni lah, pemahaman setakat ni. Kejap cikgu share link. Okay, write your name, nama betul-betul, okay? Tak payahlah tulis nama penuh, okay? Tak payah tulis Muhammad Izzihar bin Zuhimi, tulis Is ke dengan kelas. Okay? This for group 17 je dulu. Okay, for those yang ada internet connection sebab tak boleh nak buka sama ada Google Meet dan Quizzes, okay, you can just leave Google Meet dulu and then boleh masuk Quizzes. Okay, ready? Cikgu nak start Alright, cikgu start. Alhamdulillah. The questions kena tengok dekat device masing-masing. Oh yeah, siapa cepat, siapa potong. Baca questions betul-betul. Jangan kalut. Sofia dah dapat 3 streaks tu. Come on. Okay, cikgu tunggu semua habis buat, nanti kita akan discuss questions, okay? Okay, lagi 3 orang, cepat boleh tak? Dapat nombor 1. Alright, seorang lagi. Siapa yang belum habis lagi tu? Lambatnya seorang lagi tu. Siapa tu? Florian. Okay, it's okay. Take your time. Alright. Siapa yang menang? Okay, it's okay. Siapa yang tak boleh tak boleh jawab soalan, don't worry. Okay. Okay, so kita akan pergi ke questions. Alright, number 1. Which of the following is solid at room temperature? Fluorine, gas, chlorine, gas, bromine, liquid, dan jawapan dia adalah iodine. Jadi jawapannya adalah iodine. Number 2. Reactivity of halogen decreases going down the group. Sebab apa? Electron difficult to attract by nucleus. Closer to the nucleus. Electron closer to nucleus. No, electron semakin jauh because number of shell increase. Atomic size decrease, impossible but number of shell increases. Okay, scaling effect kita tak belajar. Therefore the 8, ni kita akan belajar nanti lah later. The 8 electron difficult to attract by nucleus. Sebab apa? The size tu lah, because it is the size of the atomic tu increases. Therefore the attraction between the nucleus and the electron, valence electron tu become weaker. Alright. Element X dissolve in water to produce solution, turns the blue litmus paper red and then decolorize. Okay, what is element X? So kita belajar in group 17. Okay, in group 17, therefore yang group dalam group 17 lah, bromine tersebut, bromine. Okay, next. Based on what you have learned, predict the properties of astatine given that astatine is an element in group 17 of the periodic table. Okay, the react properties of group 17 for 18. For astatine, dark brown color gas with rapid reaction. Dia bukan rapid but going down the group, the reactivity decreases. Black color with very slow reaction. Kita boleh boleh kira juga tunggu dulu, kita baca soalan lain dulu. Black color solid with no reaction. Black color okay juga with no reaction. Okay, yang mana satu? Okay, should be black color solid sebab I starting to color black and very slow reaction. It will react tapi very slow, bukan no reaction. No reaction kalau for group 18. Group 18 iaitu since they have a stable electron arrangement, so they will have no reaction. But for 17, they do not have stable electron arrangement. Okay, so they will akan ada juga chemical reaction, but it will take times lah. Okay, next. Element of group 17 show the following properties except acidity of X increase down the group. This is true, acidity of HX increase down the group. Kita akan tengok nanti kenapa. Volatility of allergen increases down the group. Okay, ni salah. Sebab apa kita tengok tadi. Fluorine paling volatile, paling senang merob. And then chlorine, bromine, and iodine and astatine dia dah semakin kurang. Therefore, jawapan dia adalah volatility. Okay, number 6. Identify the correct order of acidic strength for HX. Okay, there should be HI, HBr, HCl and HF. Yang this one. This as a Y. Sebab semakin ke bawah dia, okay, the bond strength between H and halides tu berkurang. Okay. Therefore lagi senang dia nak it is easier for the elements for the acid to dissociate, untuk terurai. Therefore paling senang, paling tinggilah dia punya acidity. Therefore jawapan HI, HBr and HCl. Okay, next. Okay, this question 7 ni tak ada kaitan meski apa yang kita dah belajar ni. Okay, kata concentrated sulfuric acid, a color film Y is liberated, a precipitate Z is formed. Okay, this basically involved dalam chapter salts. Okay, ni tak termasuk dalam ni. Jawapannya should be ni lah, purple and yellow. Okay, ni pun nanti kita akan masuk ke dalam apa ni, chapter bonding juga. Okay, kita ada intermolecular and intramolecular. So ni, this is okay kalau siapa yang tak dapat. Okay, number 9. Okay, ni kalau betul. Following statements describe the characteristic of an element that has electron configuration of 287. So they have 17 electron. Greenish yellow gas, diatomic molecule. Therefore, mana satu? Chlorine. Okay, therefore should be chlorine. Okay, okay, don't worry, Kalish. Alright, soalan last. Element V has proton number of 9 and W has proton number of 17. Which of the given statement is true? So 9, 28 the electron arrangement, and 17 should be 287. Therefore they are in 27. Okay, 2, 8, 17. They will be in group 17. Therefore they are not metals, they cannot conduct electricity. Atomic size V bigger than W. No, sebab V tu dekat atas W. V and Y are diatomic. Yes, this is correct. V and W are diatomic. Cl2 and F2. W is more reactive than V. No, V is more reactive than W. Alright, before cikgu endkan, ada 1 minit lagi. Do you have any questions? Okay, for kerja, for your work, just complete the template yang cikgu bagi tu for physical properties of group 17, physical and chemical properties of group 17, physical property for period 3, and then answer the questions. Okay, the questions yang cikgu dah bagi tadi tu. And some of the questions yang buat dalam quizzes tadi tu akan ada juga dalam questions yang group 17 tersebut. Just answer the questions. Alright, okay. Okay, kalau tak ada soalan, don't forget, okay, isi kehadiran, because ramai yang tak isi kehadiran. Okay, tu bukti tu sebab semua pengetu boleh tengok kehadiran. Okay, you kena isi kehadiran tu sebagai bukti. Nanti kalau pengetu tanya cikgu kenapa yang ni datang kira hadir tapi dekat dalam apa, data yang isi tu tak adil, kena isi. Alright, okay. Thank you, class.